They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Let's go now, let's go. Leave it all out here, leave it all out here.
Here's Lou Hedley on now to punt the football. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Kamara now to return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Carr now on 1st down. Again, it's Johnson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength, very nice route.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Two yards to go, second down. Kamara up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
try to pound it in. Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
As largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Blake Grupe now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down and 6 now. Once more, here's Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half. And that trend is continuing here.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Draw play. It's Eckler. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On play action, it's Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Now with a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand to Kamara.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Here's Carr to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So here we go. A big spot now for Blake Grupe.
This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, when'd you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So after the field goal, back out is Grupe to send this one away.
Tyreek Hill set to return it.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Now second down and a few inches. Now Herbert. Underneath pass here to Van Ness. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Herbert. And Allen's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Herbert to throw. Give him another one right back to Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Second down, 8 yards to go. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. So it's the Saints who are going to be in position to get the ball first as we are back underway and set for overtime. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the third drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now Carr.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and 3. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. Dancing away at the 35. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 42-yard line, here's a second down and 4.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 1 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense. flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's J.K. Scott now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here first and 10 at their own 16. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Olave over the middle. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Carr. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Herbert going to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Herbert running left off the option. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Eckler, they run left side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home, so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.